Hillary Morrison has a lot on her mind. The cost of rent, food, student loan payments.
It wouldn't be realistic for me to just have this job. I would probably be going between 2 or 3 even jobs to try to sustain.
Still finding her way in a city where the cost of living is high, Hillary isn't like other restaurant workers. She's earning almost 3 times the federal minimum wage.
This is incredible to be paid that much more.
Paying people a livable wage is a moral issue, says Hillary's boss, Steve Corman, and it just makes good business sense.
I'm trying to hold on to my employees.
Corman says the service in his restaurant improves when he pays his employees more than the $3.75 hourly federal rate for tipped workers.
On a normal Friday or Saturday night, they're leaving with more than $30 per hour in their hands. If they can do that for at least 2 days a week, they have a livable wage.
That's why he supports a new law up for consideration in Maine this election season that would make Hillary Morrison's situation a reality for all minimum wage workers statewide. Across the nation, workers have marched for higher wages, putting the issue of income inequality front and center in this year's presidential election.
If you believe the minimum wage should be a living wage and no one working full-time should have to raise their children in poverty, join us.
Her opponent, Donald Trump, has called for local governments to decide what works for their economies.
States should really call the shot.
The minimum wage proposal failed here at the State House last year. But under Maine's unusually open system, citizens with enough grassroots support can bring the law back up for a vote on the ballot in November. A change in the minimum wage could force some restaurant owners to raise prices or cut costs to make up for the increase.
It's not that I look at you and say you're only worth $12 an hour. That specific task is only worth $11 an hour unless we as a society are willing to pay $30 for a pizza.
Employees can improve their standards of living through education and on-the-job incentives, Tiles says, instead of the government artificially inflating the local economy with wage increases.
This is not a minimum wage increase. This is a tax on your life. You're going to eliminate jobs, small businesses are going to close, and the industry is going to change.
And in an election year marked by economic uncertainty, polls show Maine voters are likely to support that increase in November. Katherine Gypson in Portland, Maine, VOA News.